One ping-pong ball bounce in mid-May turned the NBA upside down. The Dallas Mavericks, owners of just a 1.8% chance, rocketed from 11th to 1st. The San Antonio Spurs leapt from 9th to 2nd. The Philadelphia 76ers cruised 5 slots up to 3rd. 3 veteran-heavy win-now rosters suddenly control the top of a draft headlined by an 18-year-old wunderkind and a handful of high-ceiling teenagers. Draft night almost never decides championships in real time. But this one might, because every phone in the league is ringing at once. Dallas at number 1, San Antonio at number 2, Philly at number 3. None of those teams wants a slow rebuild. Reminder, even generational rookies rarely lift veterans fast. LeBron's Cavs won 35 games, Wemby's Spurs 22. League insiders started whispering fire sale within minutes of the lottery broadcast. Why it matters. The odds of a top 3 pick getting moved just spiked from tiny to real. Trading the first pick is absurdly rare, only 5 times in modern history, but it does happen when timing demands it. 2017, Boston slid back, Philly leapt up for Markelle Fultz and still regrets it. 2014, Cleveland flipped Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love to appease LeBron's instant title quest. 1993, Orlando swapped Chris Webber for Penny Hardaway to fit next to Shaq. Earlier still, the Warriors, 1980, and Celtics, 1986, spun top picks for vets. History's lesson, if ownership smells an immediate ring, they'll sacrifice youth to chase it. The End's post-combine mock says, rival execs expect the Sixers to be active, and names Kevin Durant or Lauri Markkanen as frontline targets in packages that begin with Paul George and the 3rd pick. Durant chatter. Brian Windhorst told the New York Post there's a 98% chance KD leaves Phoenix. Philly is on the short list, but cap math and age scare the front office. Markkanen reality, Lauri is 28, under contract through 2029, and once averaged 26 and 9 on 50-40 splits when Utah actually tried to win. He stretches the floor for Embiid and Maxey, spares their legs on defense, and fits Morey's 3-star ethos perfectly. Deal that keeps surfacing. Sixers get, Lauri Markkanen, Jazz get, Paul George 3rd pick and the 35th pick. Utah exits with Ace Bailey, a 6'7" two-way wing. Many scouts would love to get their hands on the 3rd pick, plus an expiring point guard contract and an extra 2nd-round dart. Philly swaps an aging wingman on a max deal for a younger sniper on a friendlier one. It's messy, it's expensive, but it might be Morey's last best swing while Embiid's knees still bend. Jonathan Givney reported on NBA Today that San Antonio is indicating to teams it plans to keep the number 2 selection and draft Rutgers star Dylan Harper. Yet mock draft writers and podcast hosts refuse to drop the Giannis storyline. If Milwaukee finally explores a rebuild, no one owns a cleaner asset pile than a Spurs team armed with Harper, extra picks from Atlanta and Chicago, and the NBA's brightest 21-year-old unicorn in Victor Wembanyama. Why Harper complicates things? He's an elite rim pressure guard. Exactly what Rookie of the Year Steph Castle and mid-season trade pickup De'Aaron Fox already supply. 3 downhill guards without a proven jumper could strangle spacing for Wemby. If the Spurs decide Harper's overlap is fatal, the Giannis calls get real. If not, they'll draft him and pray the jump shot arrives. 2 weeks ago, ESPN's Tim McMahon reported Dallas will not entertain moving the pick. Sources say they're locked onto Duke's Cooper Flag, but the echo chamber isn't unanimous. Kendrick Perkins blasted the idea of trading Flag, calling it basketball malpractice, while other analysts note a crucial nuance. Anonymous executives told The Ringer that Flag isn't in the same MVP probability tier as Wemby or Zion. A likely star, not a guaranteed one. Dallas's 2-timeline trap. Path A, keep Flag, trade 32-year-old Anthony Davis right now, lean into youth, and use the 1 first-rounder they still control in 2026 to reload. Path B, flip Flag for a proven giant, Giannis, Devin Booker, maybe Trae Young, and ride AD/Kyrie for a 3-year sprint. Path C, the nightmare. Keep everything, please nobody, and watch the cap sheet melt. Nico Harrison publicly swears the pick stays. Privately, rival GMs believe Dallas will at least listen if a name like Giannis pops up, because if Flag turns out only very good, his peak trade value was the moment Adam Silver opened that envelope. Ask 10 front office lifers which wins rings faster, an elite 18-year-old or a top 15 veteran big, they'll all point to the vet. Anthony Davis is older, yes, but still a top 5 defender when healthy. Dallas cannot plausibly build around both an AD window and a developmental window. They own zero first-round control from 2027 to 30, so straddling eras invites disaster. If Harrison bets on Flag, he must move Davis for picks immediately and stomach a tank year before his 2026 control expires. If he bets on Davis, he must ship Flag for a star who compliments him now. Standing pat is the worst of both worlds. A lesson Portland learned with Damon Shaden and Boston with Pierce and the Nets picks. While draft night chaos swirls, Denver lingers in cap purgatory. 4 contracts, Jokic, Murray, Porter, Gordon, already push payroll $16 million past the luxury tax line for 2025-26 and $8 million into the first apron, according to Bleacher Report's cap primer. They own only minimum slots and a $5.7 million taxpayer mid-level to plug depth. If Murray tweaks another hamstring or Porter's back flares up, Denver's title odds nosedive, and moving either player for relief is harder under the new CBA's frozen pick rules. Rival execs whisper Porter plus picks packages, but doubt ownership greenlights a deal that downgrades talent in Jokic's prime. The lesson is plain for those lottery teams flirting with all-in. The second apron punishes yesterday's champagne run with tomorrow's mediocrity. Sixers waste Embiid's dwindling prime on a rookie learning curve. Spurs draft a third non-shooting guard and pray for chemistry. Mavericks juggle 2 incompatible timelines until both collapse. Nuggets watch Jokic rack up triple-doubles for 47 wins and an early exit. Safety looks smart on a spreadsheet, it rarely raises a banner. Every GM walks on stage with 2 phones buzzing, one from an owner aching for relevance, another from an agent leaking headlines like oxygen. 5 minutes feels like forever when 10 years of a franchise's future hang in the balance. History honors the bold when the timing is right. Danny Ainge flipping Fultz for Tatum, Cleveland sacrificing Wiggins for Love, Orlando swapping Webber for Penny. It also punishes the timid. Ask Phoenix how passing Giannis at 15 feels, or Sacramento about Luka. On June 25th, the clock will blink, the crowd will roar, and one decision, maybe Philly's, maybe San Antonio's, maybe Dallas's, will redraw the NBA map. No matter who pulls the trigger, we'll remember the night the 2025 draft stopped being about kids in suits and started reshaping the championship chase. So buckle up, the craziest draft night in modern history is coming, and when the dust settles, someone will look like a genius, and someone else will be begging to undo the call they were too scared or too stubborn to make.